Okay, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a really fascinating look at the absolute efficiency of language. It's honestly incredible how much strategic information, emotional appeal, and pure business value can be packed into just a few short breaths. We're going to completely dissect the architecture of a perfectly structured pitch, basically putting it under a microscope to understand exactly what makes it tick. Now, rather than giving you some typical broad overview, we're actually going to start with the entire source text right up front. This is just a brilliant example of brevity from Helen over at Country Music Social Media. In a mere 45 words, yeah, literally just 45 words, she manages to cover identity, value proposition, service categories, emotional community building, and even a clear call to action. Let's look at this whole puzzle together before we break down its anatomy piece by piece. All right, moving right along to section 1, the CMSM introduction. Right out of the gate, Helen establishes a super personal, direct connection on behalf of the company. Notice she doesn't begin with a cold, stiff corporate statement like, "We are Country Music Social Media." Let's be honest here. Nobody wants to be greeted by a faceless corporation, right? Instead, she says, "Hi there, it's Helen here." By leading with her first name and just a really casual greeting, she instantly humanizes the brand. It completely lowers the listener's guard right from second one. So, let's look at section 2. Boosting global radio play. You can see CMSM's explicit main goal right here, which is to elevate an artist's visibility within the music industry. By using that really active verb boost, the pitch immediately promises upward momentum. It promises tangible progress. It's basically telling the artist listening exactly what the baseline outcome is going to be. You see, before getting bogged down in the specific, granular mechanics of their daily operations, they want you focused entirely on the end result. And that result? A much larger, more prominent profile. And then we get to this, around the world. This single phrase instantly expands the artist's horizon, right? It turns what could just be a simple local promotional service into a massive international opportunity. It projects this real sense of immense reach and power behind the company. And honestly, it's a great reminder for any business out there. You shouldn't just sell the service. You need to sell the massive scale of the ambition behind it. Okay, moving to section 3. PR and social media. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is how they categorize their value into 3 very distinct pillars, offering this multi-pronged approach to a country artist promotional strategy. They clearly understand that in today's landscape, global radio play is fantastic, absolutely, but it just can't exist in a vacuum anymore. By explicitly listing social media growth and PR services right next to that radio promotion, CSM demonstrates that they truly get the modern music ecosystem. They're telling the artist, hey, we provide a complete 360-degree support system. They are literally checking every single box an artist needs to actually succeed.
Which brings us to section 4, the country music family.
Now, really listen to this emotional turn. Come and join our country music family. The promo seamlessly shifts gears away from just listing corporate services and instead extends this incredibly warm invitation to a community. Think about it. Up until this exact second, the pitch has been highly transactional, right? Boosting profiles, doing PR, growing social media. But the moment they introduce the word family, the entire tone shifts. It suggests loyalty. It implies mutual support and a shared passion for the genre. Suddenly, it's no longer just about hiring some company. It's about finding a literal home for your art. Notice how expertly Helen blends those transactional business offerings with that inclusive, familiar appeal. It's kind of like a balancing act. On one side, we have the mechanical words like company and services, and those are great because they build trust in their professional competence. But then, on the other side, we have these powerful emotional hooks, join and family, and those build personal trust and a sense of belonging. This perfectly captures the dual nature of their pitch. They're projecting the professional infrastructure required to get your music played globally, but combining it with the heart to treat you as one of their own. And finally, the whole pitch wraps up with a direct, totally unambiguous call to action. After taking the listener on this lightning-fast journey, from a personal hello through massive global promises and straight into an invitation to join a family, the instruction at the end is simple, it's actionable, and it capitalizes perfectly on all the momentum built over the previous 14 seconds. They leave absolutely no ambiguity about what you need to do next. So as we wrap up this explainer, we've seen exactly how carefully constructed this short audio promo really is. They utilize every single word to build trust, demonstrate scale, and invite a genuine connection. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder.
The next time you find yourself captivated by a quick 15-second pitch, take a step back and ask yourself, are you actually buying the service, or are you just expertly being sold a sense of belonging? Next time, keep an ear out for that hidden architecture right there beneath the surface.